Hello everyone, I'm your host, Get Good Fox, and today we're going to be looking at yet another walkthrough of a map in Halo Infinite for preparation in competitive. This time we're going to be looking at the map Bazaar for any interesting weapon spawn locations and any strategies that we could use, as well as some exercises, all the things we need to do to become more familiar with the map. See you on the field. And here we are. So this map somewhat reminds me of the Halo 5 map Stasis, which it itself might be based on another map. Can't remember, but if I remember right, this map is fairly symmetrical. So this is the spawning location, like this is where the flag would be, etc. So right off the bat, I don't see any. Let's go ahead and use our psychic powers. If you don't know how to do that, it's down on the D-pad. It will allow us to locate any interesting pickup. So here we go. We've got ourselves a carbine. Oh, and as I was saying, it's come to my knowledge that the weapons are somewhat random. They're not completely random, but they're a little bit random. And by a little bit, I mean this may not always be a plasma carbine. It will probably be something equivalent to a plasma carbine, like maybe it'll be a commando rifle. But they are somewhat random. I don't know how it works in competitive either. In competitive, I haven't paid enough attention to see if it's always consistent. But over here, we've got ourselves an equipment pickup. Looks like this is the old thruster pack. Pretty useful, like right off the bat. One thing that's kind of interesting is that there's a pickup here and a pickup here. What about on the other side? Did they really leave the other side completely naked? I see a weapon pickup over there, but in terms of this, in just the starting area, it seems a little bit empty. Let's not quite go into that room yet. So let's check the bottom floor. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Can't go in there. Nothing in there. Don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, so this is a map where right off the bat I'm seeing that... Oh, here's another weapon pickup. What we have here is a Sentinel Beam. I don't know if the Sentinel Beam is in competitive. Like, it just depends. Let me go ahead and grab it. If you're not familiar, this is like a... There is a pushback. Like, I'm not actually aiming upwards. I'm going to take my thumb off the thing, and it just travels upwards. It does do a ton of damage, though. However, obviously, you got to have very decent aim with it. So over here, we've got a Disruptor. I now know what it does. So once you shoot a person enough times... with a Disruptor, it electrifies them. If it's a vehicle, the vehicle is basically EMP'd and shut down. And I think for Spartans, I think it blocks their shields from recharging. Interesting. So we got some jumps over here. I don't want to advance too far. We're going to take a look at this little room over here. And over here, we've got ourselves a commando rifle. And then... Wait, is that... Oh, check it out. We got some Master Chief graffiti. Very nice. And what about in this room? Okay, here we go. Regular everyday pistol. Interesting. I mean, the pistol probably has a faster time to kill than the battle rifle up close. Like this thing shoots really quickly, and you probably could outdamage someone up close with it. This was actually the standard competitive weapon in Halo 5. Like, that's what you started with. So I think we have seen this area pretty well. Interesting that we have this little bit of platforming. Oh, a little bit of platforming shenanigan. Okay, so I think what's causing me to lose my grip is turning too quickly. Let me try it. I'm going to... Oh, that time I didn't even grab on. But yeah, I think what's causing me to lose my grip there is I'm turning too quickly. So that allows us to get up here. I guess if you want, you can like, no one sees me here. But that I don't know how good of an idea that would be. Once again, we had the pistol in there. And, I thought there would be something in here, to be completely honest. All right, so this is kind of our half of the field. This is what I would call midfield. In fact, on the bottom left-hand corner, we can say, let me make it so that the contrast isn't so bad, East Market Bridge. Oh, it says it right there, West Market. So this is East Market. I imagine it says East on our side. Okay, no, it doesn't. I guess you just have to know that if it doesn't have the indicators there, that's what it is. So this is the center field. Center field, obviously, very exposed. If we're taking fire from the west market, like we can hide here, but we don't have a lot of options. Just key, there is this little like central area. Let's go ahead and just explore the middle area, to be honest. So here's where we have the active camo. Okay, so this would normally be overshield. So I can absolutely confirm that the spawns are not always the same. So absolutely can be different. Like I said, though, they don't have to be... They're not going to be so different that watching this and learning where the spawns are is useless. That's not going to be the case.
Active camo obtained.
Because the spawns will simply be replaced by something of equivalent or similar value. So over here we got our dynamo grenades. If you don't know what these do, these basically, as you can see, they electrify you. They also immediately EMP enemy vehicles. Oh, they do cause damage to your health as well. I didn't know that. Good to know. They're actually really handy, but they're very, very bouncy. Let me see. Is there anything else here? Looks like the answer is no. So the other area we didn't really look through is over down in this area. All right, so we can go down here. This is the one where we could do our platforming shenanigans. I need to check the other side to see if there's platforming shenanigans. So right over here we got some grenade pickups. So, you know, they could be... They may not be spike grenades, but in this case they are. Spike grenades are interesting because they do stick on the walls. I don't know how good that is, but that's what they do. There's got to be something in here. Okay, we found ourselves a shotgun. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the shotgun, it'd probably be the heat wave, another kind of like very powerful close combat weapon. Looks like somebody blew a fuse over there. So over here, as you can see, it's mirroring things, so that means this should be a yes. This is a platforming shenanigans area. Also, notice the paint job over here is like got a bluish tinge, while over there it will probably be of a reddish tinge, absolutely, you know, showing you like you're on the red side or you're on the blue side. And then we can climb up here. Interesting. Oh, we'll take a look at that in a moment. So this is the rocket. I'm pretty sure this is just always going to be the rocket. I could see it also being a sniper rifle.
In your hands.
But it's typically the rocket. Doesn't look like there's anything else up here except for what appears to be a little sneaky little area. And this looks like a way that you could either use this as an... Oh, okay. So there are so many times where I'm getting like just owned. I'm getting pinned down right here. What I could do is just hop in here as a way to escape. So I think this is both an escape route, but it's also an ambush point. If you know someone is down below you, either through a call out, because remember, your sensors aren't available in ranked, so if you get a call out, or if you're not playing ranked, you now know that there's a little drop down area that you can use either as an escape route or as a ambush point. So over here, here's an interesting thing. We got ourselves the... Oh, that was... Oh, I'm out of range. There we go.
M41 Spanker. Inbound.
So there we have the grappling hook. Very interesting. How far can I go from one... I can't quite go from one to the other. Let's say I did this. Nope. Wow. The range is not as good as I thought it would be. But, I mean, what are you going to do? So, everything should be a mirror from this point. So now what we want to do is think about what we can do to use some of strategies in this area, as well as some exercises. So yeah, all of this stuff looks to be very similar. Like, let's make sure they have a pistol on their side. I believe it would be in here. Yeah, okay, so everything is mirrored. And I don't think we're missing any items. So obviously, when we're first starting the game, the battle is going to be between whatever that power-up pickup is and then the spanker. And whoever gets them first is going to have a really significant advantage. It's not going to be a small advantage. So if you were playing CTF, let's go to the very beginning of the area and let's see how we would get to there as quickly as possible. So I think the fastest way from the blue team spawn would just be to go this way. And, I mean, I guess you have the option of this way or that way. I think this way is probably better. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, so this way, one, it exposes you into here. So like if you were to go like this into there, that would not be good. So let's reset this and try another run. So we definitely would want to go on the right side. It's less conspicuous. So I guess you would go drop here. And then you could either, it looks like you have a few options here. You could clamber up that way. I suspect that might be a little bit faster than going, but like you could also just, so we're coming around the corner. We can either go up that way, or we could just clamber once. Oh, 1, 2. Be a hero. John 117. More Master Chief stuff. And then, bam, we would be right there. Oh man, Blue Team has more hype. They've got like Master Chief propaganda going on, or propaganda posters going on over there. So, no matter, so it looks like, can we, I don't know, is it possible to, okay, I was wondering if like maybe we could do some kind of super sneaky thing where we would like clamber over onto that side and maybe do like a really sneaky ambush. But one thing without a doubt is if your opponent has the same idea, you are going to be coming right around into this fight right here, probably crashing into them at the same time. Unfortunately, it looks like grenading them would be rather challenging. Like, you could definitely do it. You're going to have to bounce them rather low, though, because this right here, this little ledge means grenades are going to roll off very easily. And there's definitely not enough time to get the shotgun to basically have, like, a major advantage. You might have to, like, double melee them if you both come across at the same time. Some people get caught off guard by that. Like, if, let's say we both have, okay, let's just pretend this is like a battle rifle. If I turn the corner and you do too, and we're basically in melee combat, sometimes you can just get right in there, just bam, bam, just get them with the double melee attack, and that will take them out, and they won't, they'll kind of get the deer caught in the headlights because they're not prepared for it. So if you're the one who gets this, first off, you're going to have crossfire over here, so you're either going to back up or you're going to push onwards, and if you push onwards, you do have the option for into here, and now they are in a very vulnerable position to like a rocket flanking maneuver. On competitive, remember, you're only going to have 2 rockets, though. Your other option, though, would be to push for a flag capture here. So if you're playing Slayer, then, yeah, I would probably proceed to clear the bridge. I think that would be a great use of the rockets. And if you're playing on a CTF, then attempting a flag push, you might, if you do pick it up, you probably would want to drop it immediately when you get pressured by the enemy to blast them with rockets. But that seems to be a pretty good idea. Let's take a look from the other perspective. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning and think what would be the fastest way to get it would either be the active camo or the overshields. And I think going to the right is pretty good. We would go here, we'd go there, and were there any? So the jump. Wait. Here we go. So what you would do? You would start here. You would jump over here, grab this, because that doesn't really slow us down. Boom, in, slide into it, pick it up, activate. Now, once you get it, you're in a bit of a pickle. It kind of depends. Like, most people are going to hang out over here. So, like, you do have the option to hug the ground. That's pretty aggressive, though. You could definitely get shot up pretty bad there. If you have active camo, you could probably sneak it. But otherwise, there's not a lot of ways out here. Like, we cannot just jump up there. We don't quite have it. Like, you'd have to do that. Oh, missed it. You'd have to do that in order to get up here. Then you'd be able to flank. They would be aware of it. That's not necessarily bad, though, just because even if you're pressuring them, the crossfire from the east bridge would probably catch somebody out. And if you had the overshields, you could just, like, overpower them by, like, oh, I've got, like, double shielding on you. Alternatively, you could grab it. Let's let it come back up. And if you're not being pressured, you know, you go in here, jump, and now you have the option to save it. And, like, basically, you could do a into the camo, full stealth, and then you could begin an attempt on their flag over there. Just remember not the sprint, because you do reveal yourself in the sprint. But that would allow you, and then I guess you could refill your... I mean, they would probably have taken it. You probably wouldn't have that option there. But that would give you an option there with the stealth. So, that seems to be kind of your beginning plays, though. Because remember, the first, 30 seconds of the match, that can really kind of decide how things are going to go. Like, if you get, a big early win, sometimes people's morale just gets crushed. Like, an early flag cap, and people just, oh, screw it. We just lost. Anyways, what we're going to do is blow ourselves up and do some respawn memorization to see if we can know where the weapons are. I want to actually see how... Will this kill me? Oh, wow. Yeah, it does. Okay, so here I am. Okay, so we know that this is where a shotgun is. There should be some grenades around here. Yeah, okay, so we got some grenades. I remember that.
Spike grenades acquired.
We got our... This thing is respawning, but this would... Oh, here it is. So we have that, and what we would want to do with a shotgun, obviously, is... This is a perfect route to push into the enemy base over here. So if you spawned in there, you could possibly get a shotgun and then really put a pain on them by attacking, because a lot of people tend to just duke it out on these bridges. So that would be a pretty good idea, I would say. Also gives you a good opportunity for a immediate push towards their flag if you were to spawn there. But here we go again. Oh, I whipped. Interesting. Okay, so I am in... Can I assume this is blue? Because I see a blue color, although it's overall kind of orangish, reddish. I want to say that this is probably the red teams. It was not. It was definitely the blue teams. I think that was our hint there, the blue-colored one. There are some hints. So if we're in here, so we have the commando rifle. I'll admit, I didn't remember that the commando rifle was there. What else is nearby? We're actually very close to where we were before. So we have, down below, we have, once again, the grenades. But we already know that, so let's try to remember something else instead. Oh, missed the jump. Derp. Okay, good thing is that you don't have to sprint on any of those. So, over here, we can go... There was a pistol over here, which is not especially exciting, but like I said, it would probably become a different weapon. And at the same time, a pistol might not be bad, especially up close. So in competitive, you don't spawn with a battle rifle. But it seems like in this one, the best thing about it is that you spawn very close to the rockets. So the main thing, though, is that you would have your choice of rockets, or you could go down below. In this case, we'll take the little hidey hole into shotgun. What was that sound? That was a weird noise. Okay, so where am I? I am on the bridge, because that's this is East Bridge? Yep, East Bridge. So we basically spawned in the exact same place, meaning our best option would be to go either for the rockets, or in this case, we would get the shotgun. Same kind of concept. Looks like we constantly are respawning in this area, which is interesting. Let's do 2 more. Okay, so I am in basically the same place. This is the little jumps that we can make. Interesting that, we're not spawning in any of the other kinds of areas. I'm just going to keep blowing myself up until we get somewhere that is not, kind of the same place. Okay, so I have blown myself up 4 times, and I keep winding up in this just general kind of area. I don't know if that should tell you anything, but what it tells me is if it, 4 times is not enough. I need to blow myself up 100 times to get an idea if the spawn tends to be around here. But if the spawn does tend to be around here, then it would be a really good idea to familiarize yourself with this area, these jumps up, the way down below, the little special sneaky hidey hole place down here. and as well as duking it out for the rockets over. You know, another thing you can do with the rockets is use this, and then be super greedy, and then also claim the active camo or the overshields. Anyways, I think that's good enough for today's exploration. Not a very large map. It looks like there's not too many special weapons to choose from, which means that in terms of competitive gameplay, you're gonna need to be confident with that battle rifle, because it seems like it will be common to fight with the battle rifle, as you won't be able to swap for too much else. But on the other hand, if you do swap for something else, it could give you a significant advantage over other people who are stuck using the battle rifle. So definitely grab the weapons if you can, but if you're not good at the battle rifle, that's something that has to change. Like me, I'm just okay-ish with the battle rifle. That's something that has to change, because you're not always going to have that weapon, but you're always going to have a battle rifle. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Like the video if it was informative. Subscribe for future Halo Infinite content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.